Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the G-Bears Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Here we are on the 24th of July, 2021. And yeah, I've been outside working again today. Wasn't too hot, 102, 103, somewhere in there. But it's cooling down now, it's about 94. And I'm just now wrapping it up for the day because, for one, I ran out of materials, so I have to wait until it fits the budget, and I'll pick up some more. And Don will be getting me some more of these pallets, and that'll help out. So I still got to get into building a bigger coop for the chickens there. I don't want to get caught without having enough room for the chickens. I can always put the newly hatched ones in the isolation coop with the mom until the time comes when they can intermingle with the others. Anyway, what have I been doing today? Well, I've been working on the deck of the tote-cuzzi. And yeah, it doesn't look like much got done, huh? That's because I'm looking the wrong way. Look over this way. Oh, look at that. The staircase is closed up into position. Just a test to see if it works, and temporarily I made this little latch hook for it. And well, let's put it down here because I'm going to be using this right after this video. And anyway, yeah, as you can see, I can manage it one-handed, so not a big deal. So there's my staircase going up. Okay. So for those of you planning on building a staircase in the future on your property or whatever, some things you need to know about stairs. Standard stairs should have a 7-inch rise. That's from the top of this step to the top of that step. It should be a 7-inch rise. And you should have at least a 10-inch tread. Okay, so this is 11-inch tread. I use two 2x6s, which are actually 1.5 by 5.5. So 5.5 plus 5.5 makes 11 inches, and that's nice because you can tuck a little bit underneath the prior step at the top, so that there's an overhang there, and that will keep anybody from ever being able to slip and get their ankle down between the two, and you don't have to put a riser plate on there. So anyway, the bottom step, you'll notice, is more than 7 inches to the ground. And why is that? Well, remember I said I'm going to be putting in a concrete deck here, so I figured that into the situation because I want to keep this step at the right same angle, and I don't want to have to cut it off and then have this thing going down and then all the steps be on a slant. So when I cut the bottoms off of this, then to meet the new concrete, which will be about 4 inches up, it'll be a perfect step down onto the concrete, and I won't have to modify the staircase in any way except cutting off the bottoms of the riser side of the risers. So anyway, that's what I did today. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice. The other thing I did was I didn't have wood to do my decking, or enough wood, and I didn't want to get halfway through it. Because when I do it, I want to do it all at once. So I found these shelving pieces that I had in the storage area, and I said, well, those will work out just right. So as you can see, they did work out just right, and now I can temporarily use my tote-cuzzi. See, I'm up here. So how am I going to get down in there and get back out? Well, I got my ladder leaning up right here. So I can just pull that up, set it down inside of here, go down inside the tote-cuzzi and cool off, and come up the ladder and get out. if I want more room to swim laps, if I'm going to swim laps around there, I got to get the ladder out of the way. So I can just lift it out and put it there, or lay it across the deck right here. And I got my towel already right here. So yeah, nice view from up here. Of course, the solar panel is going to end up having to move because of the sun won't be able to get to it once I get all of the railings and all that stuff on here. So what I'm thinking of doing is, since I really don't need a railing on that side, because I'll never be going in and out of that side, I'm thinking I might have a piece of glass that's the right size, piece of tempered glass, of course. Don't want to ever use raw glass around pools or jacuzzis, and you should never have beer bottles or wine bottles or anything like that around a pool or a jacuzzi, because broken glass in the water is really hard to find. Well, not really. All you have to do is get barefoot and go walking around in there and you'll find it. But if you don't want to find it that way, it's hard to find. So anyway, just keep glass away from your water, your pools and jacuzzis and things like that. Cans, plastic, that's fine. You know, you drop it, it doesn't shatter and go all over the place. So anyway, what I was thinking was I might get have a piece of a clear shower door that might work out just right, and I might make a window, a big window right there, just so that it's someplace where I can look out and I can still see the views, but it blocks the wind. Yeah, not a bad idea. Anyway, as you can see, I'm resting my hand on the top of this post. It'll go an 1.5 inches higher when I put the cap on, but perfect height. And I walk up to it, my belly's right up against it, so it'll be safe so you don't fall off of this thing. And the area here worked out great. I'm sure that 2 chairs here with a little fold-down table or a fold-up table, one or the other, would work out great right here. Just a nice little place to sit and relax, have drinks, talk, things like that. So anyway, in the meantime, I can use this until the budget affords the rest of the lumber I need. And I'm thinking what I might do is, if I set a piece of rope that goes through the top post here, which is the top newel, and then put a small newel down there just as the height I need it, and I put a rope from here to there, raise that up 1 inch, tie a knot in the rope if it's going through an eye bolt here and an eye bolt down there. And I set to lift it up 1 inch, tie a knot in it to where it's tight, and then when I put that down, it'll stretch the rope tight, and then you got something to hold on to when you're going down. Just a thought, something I tossed along. So anyway, I'm looking here, and I noticed that when I'm standing here, my head is even with the roof. So having my head even with the roof at this point means that if I put a roof on here, it'll be in the way of my patio cover that's going to go over here. So I have some more planning, back to the drawing board. I have some more planning to do in order to get that right. And yeah, there's my solar panels on top of my van, because I do have AC power in my van. I can run power tools in remote areas with my van without having to run extension cords. So I built a lot of this homestead using that, and I'm using the yellow top battery in there. And that yellow top battery, let's see, when did I buy that thing? That would have been somewhere around 2008 or 2009. So that yellow top battery is still working perfect today. If you decide to go with it, they're not cheap, but they are good batteries, and they can be set up so they're laying on their sides or upside down. It doesn't matter how you put them in. And they're also designed for taking a lot of bumps and jolts, so that doesn't hurt them, whereas a regular lead acid battery yeah, you get the lead out. All right, everybody, so anyway, before I close this off and take my little soak in the tote-cuzzi, I got another little tip here. All right, you see I set it up here because I'm holding the phone and I need to try to do this one-handed. But if you wanted to get a measurement between this post and that post, one of the biggest problems is that when you put your tape measure, let me see if I can get it set up here one-handed, and get that fly off my leg. All right, so we're going to put it up against the post there, and then when you try to go on this side, you try to bend your tape in place. You can't really see what the measurement is because it's got a rounded corner. So this little card trick here, you put that card on there, slide it back, put this thing into place like it is, and then slide your card forward. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, sorry about you guys having to stare at the whiteboard. But, okay, so I'm almost there. All right, so I slid the card right up against the board there. So now you can see how the tape is bent, so you can't really see what the measurement is. So now I can take it out of there, straighten the tape out, and I can see right to the 16th. So it came out to 60 and 9/16 inches. So you can get an exact measurement that way without having to guess and end up coming back and your board is too small or it's too big, and you go back and cut it a second time, then it's too small. This never fails. So you leave the card on there, and you can go measure your other board and draw a line right on against the side of the card, and that will give you an exact measurement. All right, I'm just about done for today, but I want one more thing. Does anybody know how many trucks there are on every or each military base in the United States and on any one of the territories or locations overseas that we have a military base? How many trucks are on those bases, each base? It's a trick question. There's only one truck on each military base. And how can I say that? Well, very simple. A truck is not a vehicle. A truck is that brass ball at the top of a flagpole. Okay? And what is the truck all about? Well, originally, the truck was put above our flagpole, and it has a top half that unscrews off of it. And inside of the truck is a single bullet to fit a standard military handgun or a sidearm weapon from the military. Of course, things at times have changed, and they don't standardize them anymore. For a long time, it was 38 special, and then it was 9mm, and then it was 45 caliber, and now they just let anybody choose what they want to choose. But anyway, the idea was that you defend the flag till your last breath, and before surrendering the flag, you use that bullet to take your own life. Just a little trivia, military trivia. All right, so with that all said, this is G-Bear thanking you for joining me. Don't forget the thumbs ups down there, and don't forget the subscribes down there and that stuff. And yeah, I did go over 5,100 today, and thank you for that. All you new people, welcome aboard if I haven't said so already. This is G-Bear signing off.